Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the FauxShow. Today is Thursday, June 13th. My name is Angela.
My name is Chris.
And as most of you know, the FauxShow is not a real show. It is a social experience because I don't look at you.
What?
I look at the chat room, which I have here on my iPad.
What? Chat room? Wow, that chat room, I've got that full screen on my screen.
It's over there on a monitor where we can see ourselves.
Oh, there it is.
And then it's again on this monitor.
Who cares? It's in the best lower third, built specifically to contain the best people on the internet who have joined us this Wednesday. Nope, Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday evening over at jblive.tv.
Yeah, and we're 2 hours earlier still.
Yeah, I like doing this earlier.
Like, this is the time.
It's working.
Yeah. 6 p.m. Pacific. So that's when you can find us for now. Today's episode is Ange Goes Android.
Bum, 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 bum. The Android Challenge commences today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been a follower of this network, you might know that I've been trying to convince my significant other to try out the Android platform for a little while. Now, I feel like I should set a couple of things up. iOS user and a happy iOS user at that.
Yeah, like 12 years in running.
iOS has not been around for 12 years.
Well, I meant Mac.
You meant iTunes and whatnot.
No.
Yeah, also a happy iTunes user.
Yes.
Yeah, so, all right. So just, it's a big deal.
Yeah, I tried that one Monkey.
Oh, Media Monkey
for a while on Windows.
Yeah, and we've tried some web-based stuff.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we're going to break it down kind of by category.
Okay.
So, I have not officially made the switch. We've been mentioning this for a couple weeks. I have prepped for the switch, but I need some more input from you guys on apps and different ways to do things on my phone.
But after today's episode,
I will be for a week
using Android.
Yeah. So next week you will find out
how it went,
the full update. Mm-hmm. But I will tell you my initial thoughts today.
Okay. Yeah, because you've been playing, because we've been kind of like easing you into it for a little while. And all this came about because I grabbed myself an HTC One, which I am really happy with. And I was like, okay, now we got this Note 2. Now, honestly, I was a little sexist. I'd read that the ladies like the larger screen. I'm not even kidding. Like, I really did.
I will say size does matter.
Wow. Really? Really? Well, 3 kids. So we have the Note 2, which is great for the purse. Now, I just worried it wouldn't fit in her pocket, but oh, look at you! So we have the Note Cam. We brought in the Note Cam. If you're watching the video version here,
yep.
And I reset this thing to factory default, so Angela's getting an out of the box Samsung experience too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So all right. So where do we start?
Okay, so let me look at the show notes real quick.
Okay. Those things,
here's the plan.
Okay.
First, I needed a device. And Chris had the Galaxy Note 2.
There we go.
Which I've been calling my Droid, which apparently is not accurate.
Well, Droid's a brand.
I know. That's unfortunate. It seems like a Kleenex tissue thing to me, but whatever.
Well.
All right, second, I need a service provider. And in this case, it's already on Ting.
Yes. Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
I made it easy.
So I'm only going to pay for what I use, as opposed to...
Right. So we're not, like, spending a bunch of money.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
Third... I need to convert any of the apps that I use on my iPhone, which I actually didn't bring down, to this and plus more. And that's kind of where I need your help in suggestions of apps that you like.
Yeah.
And then fourth, use it. And that's what I'm going to do starting today.
Wow. Okay.
The show. So the first thing I did is I cleaned the screen.
Are you saying I had a dirty screen? Is that what you're saying?
It was really dirty.
Wow.
So I recommend these wipes. And it comes in a little dispenser box, 200 of them, and they're the handiest thing ever.
No, these are made for glasses, right? But they work just fine.
No, they're not.
Oh,
in fact,
really?
No.
Okay.
Well, okay, I take that back. Obviously, there's glasses on the thing. I think those are safety glasses. But anyway,
your safety glasses.
You don't want to use them if you have the anti-glare thing on your glasses.
It's called a coating.
Coating. It'll take it off, but at your own risk. Anyway, okay. So I did clean the screen so that you guys wouldn't be looking at a bunch of fingerprints.
Well, that's a good idea. Those are awesome because they work great on tablets and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And like the 200 pack lasts forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yep.
Okay.
Forever. Okay, so I'm going to go through just some basic things. He handed me this clunker of a phone.
Oh, ouch. Ouch.
I know.
That hurts on the inside.
And I knew it wouldn't fit in my pocket. And in the pre-show, I think, well, the lower third will probably give it away. It actually did fit in my pocket.
Yeah, it fit just fine.
Because I'm wearing maternity pants.
Oh,
and
excuses.
I'm huge, so...
Now, here's the thing, though, because like part of the argument now, I was just reading reviews, but part of the argument for the ladies liking the Note has been that they have purses. So the fact that it doesn't fit in the pocket has not been a big deal.
Okay. But you've seen my purse. Can you find anything in my purse?
No.
Because there's so much in there, and this screen would get all scratched up.
That has been the case for as long as I've known you. I've never...
I know, but...
Your purse is a freaking black hole.
Like, the back of this is brushed metal, and that's fine, so it's not going to show scratches.
Yeah.
But the screen would get totally scratched up. I guess. Well, get totally
couldn't you just put it in a... Don't you have, like... Isn't the purse compartmentalized where you have pockets with non-scratch...
I have stuff in all of them.
But do you have scratchy things in all of them?
Yeah?
That's improper layout.
Maybe I can put them next to... Well, anyway, so the other con is he's like, oh, here's the dock for it. Here's the cables for it. Here's an extra battery for it.
First of all, the dock is badass. That is HDMI out, has audio out, has 2 USB ports on this dock. This dock is ultimate.
Okay. And the extra battery was really strange to me because it seems more like a camera thing at that point. You know?
What's like, this removable battery nonsense?
Like, where does that go anyway, you know?
Do you want me to show you?
Yeah, I do, because I don't know where it goes.
Well, so this is actually one of the things I like about the Note 2 is they've managed to keep a very solid, I mean, it's plastic, but it's got a very solid design. But all you got to do is you just kind of dig in.
Yeah, you're totally demonstrating it right now.
Look, right there. You see that little notch right there? Well, you just...
Okay.
That's all you got to do.
That sounds like you broke it.
It is a little disconcerting at first.
Yeah.
But so you just get your finger in there, and then you just press it back together in like this really weird, awkward way.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Good thing you're getting fingerprints all over it.
You got another one of those wipes?
No. I didn't bring any more down, and it's all dry now.
Well, you know.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Okay, so that was like the physical things.
What else you got?
So there's play.google.com, which is where I went.
What do you think of that? Compared to like the iTunes store.
I can't remember how I got it to know about my device.
Well, you just once you log into your device, it associates with your Google account, and then when you log
yeah. So that was kind of freaky. I signed into my Google account and it loaded all my pictures into the gallery. From G+.
That was weird because you didn't install the G+ app either.
Right, no.
It just all of a sudden had all your pictures.
Yeah. And I haven't signed into Facebook yet because I think it would overload. I have so many pictures on Facebook. But, so play.google.com is pretty cool. And I did a couple searches for some apps, and one of them was a picture app.
What do you like about play.google.com?
Well, there was, let's see, I have a screenshot.
Tell you what I like. You want to know what I like?
What?
That you can install apps to your phone from the web. How cool is that? So you can
browse. It is cool, and I saw my phone responding to it as I was clicking.
That's pretty neat, right?
So one of the first things I noticed is I didn't see price tags anywhere.
Well, because you're doing free apps.
Yeah, but even like when I search for photo editing apps and stuff,
look, there's a price tag right there. So you are buying the free versions, which is really common in the Android marketplace. Well, and then they have the pay versions, like they have light versions.
Oh,
that's Lux Light. But then you can get Lux Auto.
Okay, well, I took this screenshot because it says right here in this green box, which is super handy, this app is compatible with your Sprint Samsung. That's great. Samsung SPH L900. Now, it would have been more helpful if it said Galaxy Note 2.
Yeah, because you're like, what?
Because I had to Google it to figure out if that was really my device or if I'm adding, apps to his HTC thing.
Why do I have this crappy app on here?
Yeah, yeah, right. So that was really cool about the App Store. But
here's my question to you.
Okay. Wait, I want to show you.
You don't even have to worry about that in the iTunes store. Like, you've never had to worry if an app's compatible with your iPhone.
I haven't.
Was this an issue for you at all? Like, did you run into any apps that you couldn't install on your phone or anything like that?
I ran into an app that didn't function.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have a picture of it. But first I want to say, when I docked it to my Mac, it said, unable to find software on your PC that can recognize your device. Service Pack 3, Windows Media Player, version 10 or higher for Windows XP, or Android file transfer for Mac OS must be installed. Have you ever done an Android file transfer?
Yeah, not under Windows or the Mac, though.
Huh. Anyway, so I don't know what that's all about.
That's so weird. Like, I like how they just start out with Service Pack 3. Look, so read the first sentence. Unable to find software on your PC that can recognize your device, period. Next sentence. Service Pack 3, comma. Like, what the hell, Samsung?
Yeah.
So that was awkward. You figured out, what's interesting is you just assumed that holding down the power button and the home screen takes a screenshot.
No.
How did you take that screenshot?
I took it with my iPhone.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a picture of that.
Oh, man. Oh, man, that's meta. Okay. All right.
Okay, so this is a really horrible shot, and you can see the fingerprinting that I cleared off for the show. Unfortunately, the process.com funfactory.photo editor has stopped. And I didn't, you can see my face in the reflection. I didn't report it, but it was really disappointing. It was a photo app that I had bought or installed.
Did it just crash on launch?
Yeah, it looked like a really cool one too.
Well, wait a minute. Have you never bought an iPhone app that's crashed on launch?
No.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, let me
Close that.
Let me redo that.
Yeah, don't spoil that.
What?
Oh, okay. Go ahead. So she's showing her phone now for you audio listeners.
Yeah. So, the first thing I don't like is this water sound.
Well, that's a Samsung specific thing, but okay.
And I don't like the unlock thing. I don't like the puddling thing. It's just stupid. Anyway, I did the what did you call it? The basic setup.
They have like Samsung Easy Mode where they give you like a bunch of big buttons and stuff.
Yeah, so I did Easy Mode, and these are apps that I've added. Let's see, is it focusing? Okay, so I have the Jupiter Broadcasting app, the JBLive.tv app, the Callisto app, all free. I got Firefox and synced it with my Firefox bookmarks from my desktop.
If you hold it a little farther away, it'll focus better. So the Firefox sync is working.
Well, I don't know. I haven't opened it actually.
Oh, okay.
Since then. So it was photo art that I had tried, and it looked really cool to me because I like pulling colors out of pictures. But anyway,
that is cool.
I did get Pic Collage as well, which I've been having fun with.
Yeah.
Actually, I messed up. Anyway, I got Chrome. I got Music Drop and Play, Lux Light.
Which Music Drop and Play, I'm very curious to hear how you like, because it's a Dropbox-based audio player.
Right. So
maybe we could talk about that a little bit.
Let's go back to, there we go.
All right.
Oh, and I really like, go back to this.
Because this was a huge challenge you had, is you have a lot of freaking iTunes music, and you're like, hey, how should I get my iTunes music on this thing?
Right. That was one of the first things where I was like, what
the
heck?
And then you were like, should I use Google Music? And I'm like, we don't know if you're going to want to use Google Music.
Okay, so here's what I went to the Google Music place, whatever.
Yeah, Play Store.
It's
just all called Play. The apps are in the Play Store. The music's in the Play Store.
I have a link. Download and install Google Play Music Manager. Can you go to this?
Yeah.
So
this is this takes music from your iTunes library and uploads it to Google's servers.
However, it says once you've uploaded songs to Google Play, you can listen to your music anywhere that you have internet access.
Right.
I call BS. I call BS on that because I can't use my cell reception, right? It has to be Wi-Fi.
It can be cell. No, it can be cell.
Or I mean, I'm okay, right?
It can totally be cell.
If I'm not on Wi-Fi, it will use my cell.
Yes.
Is what I mean.
Yes.
Which means that I could rack up a bill really
just like if
fast.
you used Pandora or Spotify or anything like that.
Well, that's a good point. But I don't if I own the music, I've already paid for the music. I don't want to pay for a service to play that music.
Yeah,
to
no,
me.
I get that.
You know?
Yeah, I do. And so
Pandora
Google Play
is a service, but my music library is not.
Google Play Music is Pandora meets iTunes. It's the two of them combined. So you get the radio streaming capabilities, and you also get access to all of your music. So it's kind of like the two services combined. Now, and also, I would ask you, just think about this: where are you when you don't have either cell reception or Wi-Fi? I mean, you always
in the car.
You have cell reception.
Oh, my mom's.
Although we kind of, yeah, okay, that's true. Yeah, when you go to your mom's house, you don't.
But she lives out in the boonies. So I guess we'll finish or continue with the,
so we were looking for a replacement since you didn't want to use Google Music Play since you didn't like the always on requirement.
Right.
You and I both use Dropbox quite a bit, so
yeah.
We thought.
So here I got Music Drop and Play Lite for Dropbox, so I installed the Lite version, which is free. And the first thing I had to do was set up Dropbox.
Right, yeah. You got to get Dropbox
on
going.
it. And what it did is, this is so stupid because I use Dropbox all the time. It said, you haven't changed your password in forever. We're not letting you in.
This is a security thing they had.
So then I got an email to my, so I went to my computer and I opened the email, clicked reset my password, went to the Dropbox website. They said, you need to reset your password. It's been too long. Click here to email yourself or, to reset your password. So it had to send a second email.
That is so obnoxious.
Really, Dropbox?
Yeah, that is super obnoxious.
Anyway, once I got Dropbox up and running, I got
this music drop and play.
Yeah, I made a Note 2 folder in my Dropbox in the main directory of my folders.
Yeah,
or like root directory, I guess.
Yeah,
would you call it?
Yeah,
okay.
in the root directory.
Yeah, and logged into the drop and play, and then I just browsed.
Show me how that works. So you go into your app there in the app, and you say, look at this folder. Now, do you have to, every time you launch the app, do you have to go back and tell it what folder to look at, or does it always scan that folder?
That's a good question, because I actually, let's see.
I hate this Samsung auto launcher stuff you have.
Those are the 3 songs that I already grabbed.
So
there's a plus up here.
Okay, I see. So you just add the folder
Note
from Dropbox.
2, Crazy Frog, and then you check the ones that you want. You hit OK.
And then it just scans for all the music files in that Dropbox folder.
Yep.
Oh, that's sweet. Now, do you have to add them every time? Or
No.
So the ones you added last time stayed.
Right, yeah.
And it caches them locally, too.
Yeah.
That's the other thing to note, is it actually asks you how much storage space you wanted to assign to it, and it caches them locally.
Yep. And I really like that it makes the whole background that song's
the album
artwork.
art?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, because
I think I'm going to make this an app pick.
Look at this. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, so they're cached on your phone, so you can use those offline even though you pulled them from your Dropbox.
Right. So this is one way to do it.
That is really nice.
For sure.
Now, so each time the first time you play it has to pull it down.
Yep.
So it caches the first time. Now, does this work for you?
Yeah.
They probably can't. I don't think they can hear the music.
I know.
Oh, okay. Well, now they can. Get some Crazy Frog up in here. Nice.
All right. Well, anyway, so the overarching thing that I've noticed about Android is that you have to unlike the iPhone where I plug it into my computer and I have iTunes to manage the photos and all the different things. With the Android, it can't be more accurate to say there's an app for that.
Because you
Because
got to assemble your own solution.
Yeah, in order to play music, I had to get 2 different apps that work in coordination, and then it becomes a spendy situation because my Dropbox is almost full, and if I have I can't put my entire music library on there, and I take far too many pictures to have those on there.
Have you even tackled the picture situation
I have
yet?
not tackled the picture situation.
Because you sync all the time to iPhoto.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not sure what to do. Now, my current solution with iPhoto and my iPhone is I only have the last 7 days updated. I have a smart album that only has the last 7 days of pictures, and so my iPhone...
So I was thinking you should just save the photos that you take to your Dropbox, because Dropbox will give you an additional 5 gigabytes if you do that.
Yeah, I don't know how to set that up.
You just it's like an option in the settings in the Dropbox app. You go into the Dropbox app and it's like in the options.
Well, the other thing is that maybe I don't want all those pictures on.
Well,
there.
no, I get you, but they're going to give you 5 gigs, which is probably more than you need. To
yeah,
do
it is. I mean, that's definitely. I think that's more than I have right now.
Yeah.
So let's see. Odyssey Westra says to sync music, create a playlist with the music you want on your phone. Then pin the PK playlist, and Google Play Music will sync a legal copy to your phone. Oh, okay, yeah. And then how big is the SD card in this thing?
I think it's a 32 gig.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. And
that's in addition to the phone's own memory?
No, I think it's 32 total.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I put it. Yeah, I don't know if that thing even takes an SD. It's interesting watching you go through the factory defaults of that phone, and you also went into like this Uber consumer mode, like that.
What?
I obviously didn't go into easy mode when I set up.
Yeah.
So the Note 2 literally asked you, do you want like hard mode or easy mode? Like it actually asked you that question, something similar to that. And Ange chose easy mode. I never chose that, obviously. I am straight. The HTC One. Well, no, I'm stricken by how the HTC One felt much less bloaty than like the Samsung stuff's just overbearing in my opinion. Like you've got these special launcher menus that don't like I feel like they're holding you back in some ways. Like look at those big blocky tiles there. Like that's that's not helping, I don't think. Do you find it helpful, or do you find it clutter?
Well, so I can access it by these 3 screens, or I can look at all of the apps this way. Well, actually, there's more apps there.
To me, it feels like when I bought a Windows PC, or when my clients would buy a Windows PC, and I would spend an hour removing crap.
Yeah. Well, I haven't removed anything. But
Here, you kind of getting the light in
oops,
there. Yeah, there you go.
I haven't played with like the backgrounds.
See, none of
customizing
that stuff that you're looking at right there ships with like the standard Android operating system. Like those menus, those big, huge, tacky buttons, they're not on the regular Android.
Oh. Well, it's handy, right?
I mean, it makes it easier. So that's what I was kind of wondering. That's what I was trying to suss out, is if you felt like they helped you a little bit. Oh, you pushed the power button.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what else I didn't like. Let's see. I didn't like the swipe animation so far. Email setup was really straightforward. In fact, it was the first thing it asked.
Yeah, well, it wants your Google account.
It's almost like, well, Google does own Android, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, I was going to... All right. Save myself from that embarrassing comment. I like how it separates my emails by day.
Oh, that's the Gmail app.
And I don't know if I really want to show my personal email.
Well, look, pull it up first and see if there's anything. Take a look at it.
I will.
Yeah. Oh, stop. No. Oh, no. Don't use the email app. Don't use the built-in email app. Oh, no. Oh, stop. Oh, jeez. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Well, I have too many emails in one day. But anyway, I like how it says today I have 11 emails. Yesterday I had 7.
Oh.
Tuesday I had 4. It's just nice to be able to browse it like that.
Oh, that email program is horrible.
Anyway, so I'll fix that, I guess.
Well, you have the Gmail app on there.
I didn't put it on there.
Well, I'll show you here. I'll.
Anyway, okay. Well, while you do that, every time okay, so I'm
here,
used to.
You can show mine. That's what mine looks like. Show mine. So, it labels things. You see how it labels and categorizes things? That's nice. That's real nice. Okay. All right.
That doesn't look very friendly to me.
Wow.
That looks Twitterish.
This is
actually.
That's interesting. But look, okay. Hold it back in front of the camera again. You see how it's broken up at the top there? I have my social network feeds, and everything's been like all the crap that I don't need to look at has been broken off into their own separate filters. Automatically. It's kind of nice.
Well, I'll check out the Gmail app for sure, and then have a comment on it next week.
Okay. That's fair.
So, being an iPhone user, if go back to this cam.
Okay.
The swipe screen is up here, or it's up a little higher.
Yeah.
But I was doing this, and I'd end up opening
Well, so
an app every time.
You can hold and drag one of those up, and it'll launch that app right from the lock screen. So,
that's good to know.
Yeah, lock it again. I don't know if it'll work, but yeah. Now, if you unlock it, so hold on the camera and drag up, and it'll launch the camera right from the lock screen.
No.
Yeah.
Oh. There.
So isn't that kind of neat? So like if you want to get right into a Google search, you can launch.
That's good to know because I will be. I take a lot of pictures of the kids.
Exactly.
So.
It's a quick access to the camera.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Music, Dropbox.
So in the mail app, I kept finding myself dragging down to try to refresh it.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
And it's because I was using the Pic Collage app that I'd gotten, and from the Pic Collage app, I emailed myself a collage I made, and I wasn't getting it. So I was, trying to drag down to refresh, and there's a little refresh button in the upper right-hand corner.
Check it out. The new Gmail app, you drag down to refresh.
Sweet.
I know. It is really the way it should be.
And it is, and it's an
I
it's
got
an
new
iPhone
emails.
thing. But let me.
Well, actually, it's not so much an iPhone thing as Twitter. Twitter actually developed that pull down to refresh, and then Twitter made the patent publicly available to anybody. So the iPhone does it throughout the whole OS, starting with like the last iOS update. But yeah, what do you got there?
Okay, so this was a collage that I did with Pic Collage.
Pic Collage, that's an app on the phone.
And these were my faces as I was trying to figure out Android. It was like
confused.
And I didn't figure out how to resize and move around the things. But turns out it's the exact same as his iPhone, pinch and whatever.
Of course, right.
And then I made an even better one.
All right. Once you got it figured out, once you got it dialed in, as they say. Oh, that is a good one.
You didn't see that yet?
I did see it.
Oh, okay.
I'm being generous.
Oh, thanks. Anyway, it was me doing my faux hair. I guess.
I like it with the bangs like that. You should come out here with your bangs like that.
Yeah, no.
Why not?
I just had them off to the.
I like it.
Okay. Well, I like it how it is right now.
Wow. Well, I wasn't.
Anyway.
I
like the Pic Collage app, and I'll have you know that I don't go into iTunes, into the app section, and look for
No,
photo program.
iTunes is slow.
Like, no, not because of that. Just because I don't. Like, I have a phone and it works, and I don't think about, enhancing it in any way.
Right.
So it's kind of cool that it's pushing me outside that
You're going to look. You're going to look, right?
Yeah. And so now, if I go back to iPhone, I might look for some picture collage
Oh, well, good.
apps. What?
Well, if I go back to iPhone, I'm going to have a great time. I can't wait. I'm going to
Oh, hush.
Okay.
Anyway. Okay. Let's see.
What else you got?
Okay, the gallery.
Oh, well, okay.
Let's talk about the gallery.
Let's talk about the gallery. The gallery is spasmatic on Android. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, oops.
Now, I think by the way, you just brought up a menu there. I think one of the things you have not yet appreciated is that share menu. Hit the little menu button on your phone. First of all, do you like having physical buttons there? That's kind of nice, right?
I do, actually. I like the back button.
Yeah, right?
The iPhone doesn't have a back button. You typically just push the middle
Now, is there
one.
a share option in there? What are your options? Because there's the sharing ability between Android programs is a lot better than it is on iOS. So, like, you could send it to Dropbox from there. You could send it to your Gmail from there.
Here, I'll show you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You go in. Yeah, go in there.
It's this little icon in the upper right-hand corner, which is kind of weird to me. It's
that
not
little.
logical.
Yeah, no, that's it.
I don't know exactly what it means.
That's just the universal spreading of information icon.
Okay.
So those are your apps. So you could send it to a Hangout. So if you took a great picture, you could send it right into a Hangout.
And so here's what's cool is you can, this is photo art, and that's the first photo app that I tried to get that didn't work. It doesn't have pic collage on here, but it's cool because if it acknowledges that it's a photo program, you can send it to it.
Which is way nicer than, because in iOS, the only thing you can do there is save it to your gallery, which takes a little bit, then launch another application, read it from the gallery, then save it back to the gallery when you're done with it.
Right. And actually, I had this problem because when I went to make that second collage, I ended up having to put the images in my Dropbox and then selecting that and hitting export, saving it to the SD card.
Whoa.
Yep. And then exiting out of it.
Well, look at all those options.
To then go to the pic collage and start a new thing. And these are the options. Use camera, photos from gallery, photos from Facebook, or photos from web.
Oh, so you can actually pull your photos from Facebook, huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You have a lot of pictures on.
Just as creepily as the G Plus photos are on there, But the thing is, there's no, get from somewhere on the phone like Dropbox.
Yeah, that would make more sense, wouldn't it?
It would. Yeah. Or like it should have or from another source, and it doesn't. So yeah. So I ended up having to do
go back to that boob picture. Well, all right. So that particular application doesn't have a great implementation of that. That doesn't mean that all of Android is bad.
And I'll see if I can find a more efficient way. But yeah, it really is like it's like a choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I agree. It is a little more like that, but don't you think that gives you some better flexibility?
Sorry.
And
no.
You okay, all right, that's interesting. So you would prefer just to go to iTunes and say, I want this music, I want these photos.
Mm-hmm. And it shows me how much of my space I'm using, because I'm downloading apps left and right, and I'm like, I have no idea if I have enough room for
this. At the bottom of iTunes there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but so here's the flip side is what happens if, iTunes gets crappy or your music library gets screwed up? I mean, you know how it is dangerous to have the whole farm bet on one application.
Yeah, but
And what if Apple stops doing things the way you like with Android? You can put in any program you like.
I don't know about that. With anything, there's always going to be a crossover issue.
There's some sort of trade-off.
Yeah,
you're probably right.
Because we did. What was the photo? Oh, well, I tried Picasa for a while as a photo program because iPhoto they did some updates that really sucked a couple years ago. Well, they did it again like a year and a half ago, and oh man, I've written them like 3 times to ask them to fix it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because they made it hard to tag photos. I can't tell what photos are tagged with what, and I rely on tags to find photos. I have 50,000 photos. It's really, and so I just haven't tagged photos for about 2 years.
How many of those do you keep on your phone?
Well, like I said, only the last 7 days.
So you only need to get the last 7 days onto your Android device.
Well, actually, I have a couple other favorites, or but yeah.
I wonder if anybody knows of an app that lets you sync like certain albums in iPhoto to the Android device.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
See, that's the other thing.
That's what you need.
Is a lot of things that I wanted to set up, and in my conversations with Chris, he was like, "Well, you download the desktop version, and then you download the
for
Android
one thing.
No,
that was for one thing.
Okay, well, no, because
Double twist.
if I didn't already have Dropbox, I would have had to do the Dropbox thing.
What?
Or can I set up Dropbox just on the Android?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I don't like that. It's
Double twist is really the only example where you need to have something on your desktop. Well, and Google Music.
No, there's something else too, I thought. No?
Well, we haven't figured out how we're going to do your photos yet, so there could be something else once we figure out how we're doing them. Because, like, if you're going to sync from iPhoto, you probably... Oh, so here's what it is, Ange, and I know this is not the answer you want, but the problem is so iTunes is a monolith, and iPhoto is a monolith. They're these data islands that Apple owns, and they don't allow a built-in mechanism to get data in and get data out. They build in specific conduits for iOS devices, but they don't develop like a general platform for anyone to get access to. So you have to use these apps that will sit on your Mac and read that data and then translate it and send it over to your Android device. It's not really... I mean, I know it doesn't do you any good. It's not a failure of Android so much as it is a failure of iTunes and iPhoto. Right. Well, the reason why the iPhone can sync is because Apple makes those things.
No. Well, yeah. Well, I'm not. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but you're also just. It's just not 100% true.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. Okay. Right. Well. So there's an app that I haven't installed yet because it's not exactly
relevant. ATM. Not a problem we currently are having.
No, it's called AVU.
Is a problem we did have.
It was. No. What's funny is, okay. Well, no, this is too much information, but basically,
it is. Yes, it is, Angela.
I was tracking my ovulation to not get pregnant when this happened. And it was
when what happened, Angela?
When this belly happened.
Bum bum bum.
Dun da da da. So I used 4 different methods of tracking my ovulation. I was 4 days before any of them said.
Okay.
This may or may not be a helpful app for potential.
What's it called?
I already said AVU.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For preventing our 4th child, which is insane to say. Anyway,
God.
This was an app sent in by somebody just this afternoon. So
yeah.
Anyway, I'm still curious as to what your favorite apps are, and I want to. I want to try out some new apps. So email me, please, Angela@JupiterBroadcasting.com. Yeah.
I know a little secret.
What?
Pretty soon, you and I are going to sit down and we're going to record an audio edition of the Jupiter Signal. And something tells me that we will probably have a minor update on what's going on with the Android situation by that point. I wonder if MailChimp has an app. Let's see if MailChimp has an app.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I was going to see if Squarespace has an app, too.
Oh, I'm sure Squarespace has an app.
But do they for the old layout?
What? Oh, well, I don't know. Here, let's see. Let's do a little search. No. What was I going to look for?
I don't know.
MailChimp. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well.
MailChimp. I'm doing the Google. So everything you got. Oh, yeah. Check that out, Ange. Pow. Look at that. That's actually really nice looking.
I don't think I'd want to do a campaign or a newsletter from it, though.
Well, why not?
Although my screen's big enough. Ha!
You haven't even done the look, but you get like all the stats.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice. So MailChimp does have an app. So yeah, we'll do some little newsletter shenanigans. That'll be
anyway,
good.
Yeah, the newsletter is coming out soon. You can go to bit.ly/Jupiter Signal. It's right now we're doing it every 2 months. I started working on it today. It should be out next week sometime. And I think
downloading. Totes downloading.
All right,
what do you got over there?
Okay. So what I have is
FauxShow.
The FauxShow. Isn't that great?
It's getting soon.
It's like FauxShow with an ER.
We're like a month away. It could happen in a month.
Oh,
now.
Yeah.
It totally could happen in a month.
Having the child.
Yeah. Like if you had the baby in a month from now, that would be perfectly fine. We're totally in the safe zone at that point.
Safe zone. Oh, yeah.
If you had a baby in a month.
Yes.
It's crazy that in a month we're going to have a third person.
I'm 33 and a half weeks, and full term is considered 37 weeks. So not 40. I mean, 40 is full term too, but I can have the baby at home as early as 37 weeks, and it would be considered a full term baby. Anyway, so My family I guess due to
Just being bored?
what?
Oh, I thought you were going to mention how they don't really give a crap that you're having a kid and not throwing you a shower. Oh, okay.
No.
All right. Okay.
No, they're following old-fashioned rules, I guess. I haven't directly asked them, but they decided that, or I believe they decided because I'm having a girl, just
That they could, since you're having another girl, and since it's not a boy, they couldn't give a crap, and they don't really have any.
No, don't. Anyway, there's a rule that if you're having the same sex child as your previous one, you don't have a baby shower.
Bullshit.
And that's great and all, but I got rid of everything. Like literally, we were done. I don't have anything left. And there's also a rule.
You know, like, so this happened in Star Trek a few times. Like, they just tore down the bridge. Like, oh, we're done shooting Star Trek. We're just going to rip apart the bridge. And then, it turns out they made more Star Trek.
Well, anyway, so I decided I'd have a faux shower. And that was also at the suggestion of Glitter Gulch Com from the last subreddit.
And the IRC.
And the IRC.
And email.
Yeah, all over the place.
Yeah.
So that is 2 weeks from tonight, June 27th. And basically, it's going to be an award show. I want you to send in a picture of something that you think we need for this new baby or for ourselves or whatever. And so that's literally, it's just like an award show. Send in a picture. You guys are hilarious, and you can do it, and it'll be funny.
And what's giving me more fun is we've actually even gotten some actual shower gifts from a few audience members out there. We have an Amazon gift wish list out there if you would like to actually get us a shower gift. We've gotten a few already, so we'll be opening a few of those. Oh, look at that. There you actually got a picture of the boxes.
Yep. Those are the 3 that I've picked up so far, and there's a couple more.
Can I just interrupt for a second?
Yeah.
When we come home and see the boxes on our porch from our audience that are gifts for our upcoming baby,
it's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. So thank you, you guys. That's very cool.
Yeah. So anyway, links to that stuff are in the show notes as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think then I've gone through all my pictures.
Wow. Is that everything?
For the Dropbox.
So
yeah.
we covered all of your beginning Android switching. So Angela needs your advice, your tips, your solutions to sync your iPhoto, your iTunes. I'm trying to recommend that she go double twist, but she's a little resistant to double twist. She thinks that
double twist?
That's the program where you have to install something on the Mac and install something on your phone.
Oh, right.
But I think once you do it, you're going to be impressed with how easy it is. I really don't think you're going to have a problem.
Yeah, and it doesn't use Dropbox then.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's its own thing. They sync directly to each other. And I think it's free, too. They got some extra thing, but yeah, I think what you need is free. And they can even do it over wireless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see. I just don't want to rack up a huge bill just because I'm listening to, my music.
Welcome to the cloud, my dear.
Anyway, all right. Well, I guess that is it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we covered newsletter.
FauxShow is live at the new time, 6 p.m. Pacific, over at jblive.tv. You can go over to jupiterbroadcasting.com/calendar. Not only do we have all the shows live time over there, but we also, underneath the calendar, have a link where you can convert it to your local time.
And go to jupiterbroadcasting.com. And there's a contact form.
That's true.
I'm like, where am I going with this? Or you can email Angela at jupiterbroadcasting.com.
A lot of things you can do over that website.
Yeah, but I want your submissions. I only have 2 picture submissions for the faux shower.
So we have actual more physical gifts than we do pictures.
We do, actually.
By one.
Yeah. Oh, and let me just tell you. So these boxes that are coming, they say they're from Amazon, and I don't know whether or not people chose the gift wrapping option.
Oh.
And I wouldn't, it's
or
fine
if they
didn't.
A note. Oh, but you have to do the gift wrap to do a
right,
note.
yeah, and that's $4. Well, I wouldn't expect people to do that. So I'm not opening them at all.
What if they send you an email that says
oh, no, well,
because you don't want to read it you don't want to spoil what it is.
Well, I don't know how I'm going to
maybe if they put in the subject line shower gift and then you just know not to read it until that episode. Could you do that? If in the subject line they put shower gift.
Subject line of what?
Of the email they sent you to let you know.
So no, the Amazon. So we have an Amazon baby registry, and it has a thank yous link.
Yeah.
And if I click on it, though, it'll tell me what people
so you could look at that once we do the episode.
Yes.
Though. Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
So we can say thank you.
And if they wrapped it and had a little card, they should have signed it. Or maybe the packing slip might have.
That's only so that way
who
we
it
can
was
stock
from?
them. I don't know. I
Yeah,
think
so
we'll
we
just
can
use
stock
the
them.
we'll just use the
Anyway.
wish list.
It'll be interesting. But so anyway, I'm not opening the boxes.
Which is hard for her.
And I will put our mailing address. If you don't want to, if you want to send us something but not something on the registry, I'll put the mailing address
Like
in the
booze.
show notes.
Babies love booze.
Don't try to do that if you're out of country. Anyway, okay, that is it for this episode of the Faux Show. We will see you next week. Don't forget, you can catch recent episodes of The Faux Show on
JupiterBroadcasting.com/Faux Show.
Also, get them on demand in the iTunes store. Search for Faux Show.